Today our topics are just a second.
Yeah.
Today our topics are various file types. Okay, these file types are helpful for saving and reusable to help reusability. Okay, we will go through various file types and the folder structure, and then
Okay.
we will go through various data types. Okay,
Okay.
various data types, and then we'll go through field types. Okay. So let us
Okay.
first start with file types. So there are 6 basic file types. Workbook,
Okay.
which will have both sheets, worksheet, or dashboard, or story, anything. Okay,
Okay.
so that is a workbook. Okay, if you want to save your work, see sales of subcategory. So you want to save this work. Okay, then so you can save your work. Fine. So if you close it back and I'm sorry. Oh, oops. Just a second. With this, I can't open
Okay.
this. Okay. So I have closed this and started the work. I mean, started the Tableau again. And now here the recently used created workbook. Are you there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So once I open this, it is reopening the workbook, so I can resume from where I have started. Okay, so then I can resume my work on the next day. Or so this is the basic workbook. This is Tableau workbook dot twb. This is the extension. Okay,
Okay.
so I mean these file types will be most frequently asked in interviews also, so try to remember them.
Okay.
So then uh, I mean, it is reusable. Let's say there is a change, or I shared you this workbook. Okay.
Okay.
So then what happens if I share it with you? If you open this workbook, obviously you should be able to get this work, right?
Yes.
But the problem is, let us say you don't have access to the data source. Whatever
Okay.
data source I have connected to, you don't have access to that.
Okay.
So what happens?
We
You will not,
won't be able to
yeah,
get
you will
that
not be able
page.
to connect to the data source. So there will be nothing shown on this screen, and obviously you cannot make use of it, right? So in that
Yes.
case, what I can do is I can send you along with the data source. Okay, so this time I'm saving as packaged workbook. Okay, so
Okay.
it is carrying the work whatever I have done, and then it is also carrying the data source whichever is used. In this case, that
Okay.
particular Excel file.
Okay.
Okay, whenever you are dealing with file types of data sources, it is very useful to deal with Tableau packaged workbook. Of course, if you are dealing with a server data source, you cannot, because it has to import all the data source to local machine, and it will be more burden on the machine, and as relatively that size of the data source will be huge, so it is tough to carry.
So it is not carrying the data source, it is just carrying a connection to the data source.
Now it is carrying the data source. If I save it as
Okay,
Tableau
now
packaged workbook, it is carrying the data source.
okay, it is carrying the data source as well.
Yeah.
So that will be a duplication of data source in the in my system and in your system and in like whoever it is having.
Yes, yes, of course, it is duplication, but the thing is, it will be useful only when the size of the data source is small.
Okay.
So, duplicating some
Like
small
only
size is okay.
yeah, 1 GB, 2 GB at
Yeah,
most.
yeah, not even GB, it will be in MBs. So, if it is GB, so it will be little, it will become a little slower. Of course, it depends upon your hardware configuration. Okay,
Okay.
so then I'm saving this Tableau packaged workbook. Okay, then if I send this Tableau packaged workbook, you will be able to open it. Okay,
Okay.
I
So
will
it
send
sends the
you at the
workbook
end of
with
the
the data
session.
source as well.
Yeah, it will carry the data source as well.
Okay.
Okay, at the end of the course, by end of today, I will send you both Tableau packaged workbook and Tableau workbook. Try it. Okay, which one works? Tell me.
Okay. And also, will you be able to send me the recording sessions?
Recording sessions I will send once in a week. Uh, okay, so once in a week
Okay.
there will be a task for you. There will be
Okay.
a task, and you have to complete that task. So to complete
Okay.
that task, I will give you these video recordings. Okay,
Okay.
if I send you daily basis, I have concern that you might sleep during the session.
No, 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 no.
Okay, I'm
You
just
can ask me
kidding.
any question. You can see if I'm active or not.
I'm just kidding though. I mean, the thing is, if I send you, if you get any doubt, you will immediately refer back to the video. You won't try to recollect, or you won't try to think and apply your knowledge, your effort. So that's my idea.
Okay. Okay.
So once in a week, you can review daily basis whatever you have done, and once in a week you can review all of the sessions which are covered in the week. I mean, that is a good practice.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So yeah, so all the saved files will be saved in this folder, my Tableau repository. Okay,
Okay.
there will be a folder in your machine, my Tableau repository. Usually it will be in documents folder, or maybe wherever, well, whichever location you have specified while installing. Okay,
Okay.
and then in my Tableau repository there is another folder, workbooks. Okay, so in this workbooks it will be saved. See, where did I save? Did I save it in other location or what? Oh, it seems I didn't.
So
I saved it
we
in
did
other
not give
location.
any
Sorry.
path.
Sorry.
We did not give any path while saving. We
Yeah,
just
there was a
typed the
default path.
file.
Somehow I changed the default path in my machine, so it saved in different location. Okay,
So
it
normally
should be.
just in the repository
Yeah, it should
workbook
be.
I can find it.
Yeah, in repository it should be there in workbooks. So here
Okay.
somehow the path was different. I changed the path for some reason, it seems. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
usually it should be here.
Okay.
Okay, so see, the file types and file types package both are saved in. workbooks folder. Okay, only if it is here, it will be readable for further usage. Okay, so this is
Okay.
Tableau workbook and this is Tableau packaged workbook. These are two different files,
Okay.
file types. Okay,
Okay.
so that is about Tableau workbook and packaged workbook. Both will have different things. And once you, this is, I mean, if I send it to you, okay, and you would like to know, you would like to know what is the database used and what is the data source, then you can right click on it and say unpackage. Okay, so it will give you what the data source used. See, did you notice this? This folder is just now
No.
created and there is a Excel sheet.
How did that folder create on its own?
Let me show you again.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry, this one also just now created. Okay, could not find. Okay, fine. So see again. Right click on this Tableau packaged workbook and say unpackage.
Okay.
Okay, it
Okay.
will create. I mean, it will unpackage the packaged workbook, and it will create the. I mean, this folder which has data source as well as
Okay.
this one packet. I mean, Tableau
Package.
workbook.
Workbook.
Yeah.
Workbook. Yeah.
So they see the name of this one is same. So
Okay.
this
Okay. Yeah.
packaged workbook contains Tableau workbook as well as original data source.
Data set.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
clear, right?
Clear.
Okay, so that's about Tableau packaged workbook. So if I send it to you, you can simply use this. If you want to explore the data source inside, you can unpackage it.
Okay.
And then there is a bookmark. So this is for reusability again. See, go to window and bookmark and create bookmark. So this is just like any other URL bookmarking or anything else. See, it is saved with extension .tbm. Did you notice it here?
Yes.
Okay, so it is tbm. So next time it will be accessible here. Tableau bookmark.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, this was bookmark saved earlier. So if I open this and say window, say sales by category over time, I created this bookmark earlier and I can use that bookmark in another different Tableau workbook also.
Okay.
Okay, so this is saving for individual sheets. Bookmarking is for
Okay.
individual sheets, whereas
Okay.
Tableau workbook and Tableau packaged workbook are for multiple sheets or including dashboards also.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that is the difference. Okay, let's say this
Okay.
worksheet is most
Bookmark
frequently
is
used.
for single sheet.
Sorry.
Bookmark is for single sheet. Workbook is for multiple sheets. And package is for sheets and data source.
No, not sheets. Workbook as well as data source.
Yeah, workbook as well as data source.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say
Okay.
this worksheet is used in multiple workbooks. You can simply bookmark it and reuse it wherever you want.
Okay.
Okay. So That's all. I mean, we can reuse the work or whatever we have done.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So let's save this, and then we have more Tableau data extract. We'll discuss that.
Yes.
Oops, sorry. Okay, so let us go through Excel. Sample superstore. Let's take orders, people, returns. Okay, so this is the basic thing we have done, right?
Yes.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract the data. So it has data for 4 years, 11, 12, 13, 14, 4 years. I will extract the data to only 1 year. So this extraction we will discuss in later session again. Now we are going to discuss about only uh, creating extracts, TDE file. Okay, all these features we will discuss later. So I'm just extracting 2011 data.
Okay.
Okay, now it is asking me to save this extract, right?
Yeah.
I can give some name, orders 2011.
So this whole process of extraction and everything, you'll tell me later on, or
Yeah, we will discuss later
uh,
on. There will be various options for extraction, and now we are just discussing about the file types.
okay, okay.
Okay, so I'm saving orders 2011 alone, and the type of file is Tableau data extract extension .tde. Okay, so I'm
Yes.
saving this, and it is saved in the folder data sources.
Why is it getting to so it should be in workbook?
No, it is a
No?
data source, right?
Okay, okay. So that's why it's
Yeah,
in data source. Okay.
this is a data source, right? Orders 2011. It is data. It is represented data, not analytics. Okay,
Yes.
it is workbook.
So it itself manages all these things.
Come again.
Like it is managing by itself, like which is to be
Yeah, yeah. Where we have to.
data source to be data source and workbook to the workbook.
Yes, yes. If we change it, it will take that path next time. By default, it will take this path.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So that is about Tableau data extract. Once we extract the data, it will the symbol is like this. See. So this is extract, whereas this one is data source, just connected to direct data source. It has only one cylinder. Here it has two cylinders and there is an arrow mark. So that is the visual representation that it is connected to a data extract. Did you get it?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you notice this? The visual
Yeah, yeah.
representation?
Yes.
Okay.
I
So that
got
is
it.
data extract. So that was there one place where we can create extract, and here also you can create extract. See, extract data. The same option will be available. Again, you can do further extraction however you want. And let's do a further extraction. So let's say I want to filter only technology category.
Can you
Okay.
just be a bit slow because the screen is displaying after like few seconds,
Oh, is it?
and yeah, it's a bit like not exactly at the same time. There's some gap.
Oh, there is delay, is it?
Yeah, there's a delay in it.
How come?
I don't know. It's not fast.
So are you able to see this pop-up?
Yeah, I'm able to see the pop-up, but like when you're doing it, I can see, and at the like next second, like within second, it is disappearing. So I'm not able to catch it.
Oh, okay, okay,
So can
okay.
you just do the step again?
So yeah, so here we can further extract the data. So it is already extracted the data. So it is saying it is keeping 2011 data. Now we can further extract the data and filter on category. Let's say you want to extract data only for technology. Then you can again
Okay,
extract it.
okay,
Okay. So it is creating the extraction again.
okay,
Okay. So there also you can create the extract. Here also you can create the extract.
okay.
Okay.
So
And
why do we want to create one more extract of that extract?
no, I mean it has. Let's say after extracting some data, you want to further filter down the data. You don't need to go to data source page again.
Then why don't we go for the filters and apply filters? Why do we have to go for extract data?
Advantage with extraction is it will pull that into Tableau memory.
Okay,
See, yeah, first time I extracted 2011 data. Let's say it got some 100 MB of data. So that I'm 100 MB of data is in my Tableau memory, right? So
okay,
if I feel I don't need another other categories other than technology, then I can further filter down. I can further extract the only category, technology category. It will bring down to 30 or MB for 30 or 40 MB, right? So only that amount of data is loaded into memory. Remaining amount will be released out of the memory. So that will
okay,
improve the performance, right?
okay. So it is getting stored in the memory. But what is happening while applying filters? Like we have the total database, but it is only displaying what we want.
Yeah, it is
So
only displaying
everything
and
is
it is
there in
querying
the.
what
Yeah,
it is querying on the entire data set.
okay, right,
If we
right.
extract
Okay,
it, it
yes.
will load only that particular small piece of data into Tableau memory. So it obviously it will be faster.
That is more
Yeah,
yes,
more efficient.
efficient.
Okay, so that's where online and
Okay.
offline we have discussed, right?
Yes, yes.
So that's where it is. And let's say you don't want to use the extract anymore. You can uncheck this. See, there is a check mark here. It is saying
Okay.
we are saying that use extract. If you don't want to use it, uncheck it, and you are directly connected to original data source now.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Again, if you want to use it, use it.
Okay.
So you can toggle between them. Okay. So and
Okay.
there are more options. All those options we will discuss while discussing extract. Right now we will stop here about extract because we have our purpose is to discuss about TDE file.
Okay.
Okay. So there is a TDE file created. See, Tableau extract with orders 2011. Okay.
Okay.
So that is about Tableau data extract dot TDE. And
Okay.
then there is another
So
file. Yeah. Tell me.
so for the data source is getting saved in data source and workbook is getting stored in workbook. Where is the TDE file getting stored? In our system model.
It is there in data sources.
Okay, this is also there in data sources.
No, we discussed. I mean, this is the only thing will be there in data sources so far.
No, okay.
Tableau
Well,
workbook and
I was
packaged
thinking that
workbook
the
are there
data
in,
source.
sorry,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, they are there,
No, I was. Yeah, yeah. Something else. Okay.
they are in workbooks,
Okay, okay. Yeah.
okay, and it will be there in data sources,
Okay, yeah.
and bookmarks will be there in bookmarks,
Okay.
okay,
Bookmarks and bookmarks. Notebooks, data sources, TD.
yes,
Okay. Yeah. But I got a bit confused. I was thinking the
yeah,
same
better to
something
make a
like
note
data
of
source.
it.
Okay.
Why don't you make a note of it?
Yes, I'll just do that. Just a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just writing it down.
yeah, okay.
So workbook,
Tableau workbook, Tableau packaged workbook,
TWB dot TWB. It has workbook
yeah.
and then bookmark
Hmm. Did you not
dot
packaged workbook?
TWM. Skipped it. Just a second. TWM will be in bookmark.
No, bookmark is TBM.
Yeah, TBM. Okay, yeah,
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 TBM.
TWM. And then the next is packaged workbook. That's TWBX.
Yeah.
That that is in workbook.
No. Yeah, that is in workbooks folder.
That is in workbooks folder.
Yeah.
And what else? TDE.
Hmm. Then Tableau data extract dot TDE. That will be there in data sources folder.
Data, yeah, dot TDE. Data source folder. Yeah,
Okay.
got it now.
Then
Yes.
uh, that is about dot TDE.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So here I have various fields. Okay. Let's say
Okay.
I want to connect to this data source again. So this data extract only again. Okay. Let's say now if I reopen this, tomorrow I'm coming back, and then if I want to open the same extract file, if I want to reuse the extract file, what I have to do? Again, I have to connect to Excel and then pull the data into, I mean, pull the relevant tables into Canvas, and then apply
Oh,
relevant joins,
oh,
and
that's a huge story.
yeah, so that's tedious process, right? So all this process
Yes.
is not required. What we can do is simply, and here I have to apply
Save the
filters
workbook.
also. I can say add to saved data sources. See, there is an
Sorry,
option.
come again. You clicked on the data source.
Yeah, right click and add to saved data source.
Yeah. Okay, I have to save data source. Fine.
Okay. By the way, you are using Windows laptop, right? Windows, right? Not
Yes.
Mac.
Yes. Windows 10. Yeah.
Okay. For Mac, it will be different. The options will be
Okay.
different. That's
Okay.
right. Okay.
Okay. So, do we need to, as a student or as a 1 year experience, do I need to know about how it runs in Mac as well, or
No, no, not
just
required.
running with the normal?
No, only
Okay.
navigations will be different. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, do I need to have a bit of knowledge and say
Not
that
required.
I worked in Mac as well?
Not required.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So here you have option to add to save data sources. I will click that,
Okay.
and I will give some name. Extracted data. Okay, some name. So here it is Tableau data source dot tds file.
TDS.
Yeah, dot
Okay.
tds Tableau data source. Make a note of it, and it is saved under data sources folder.
So, what do I write it as for
Tableau data source.
Tableau data source? Or,
Yeah,
yeah.
it will save the connection details. It will save the all the
Okay.
references for the data source. Either it is the path of the data source, or if you are connecting to a server, then the IP address or data source name, the credentials, everything it will save.
Okay.
Okay.
So it will say the connection details
Yeah.
like credentials,
Yeah, data source reference details, you can say.
reference details. Okay.
It could be path of the data source in the case of file based systems. Okay. So I can say
Okay.
Tableau data source and save it.
Okay. Dot TDS.
Yeah, .tds.
Let's see.
Now it will be available right away for me.
Where did you click on to be right to see?
See this one.
You went to the start page.
Yeah, start page. Extracted data.
Okay. Yeah.
So if I click on that, it is referring to .tde,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
Not
Yeah.
only that, there are more advantages for using this. Let's say uh, I'm creating a new field, okay, or I will just duplicate this. Okay, I will say something. Oh, sorry. I will rename this, and I will say some USA sales or something, some renaming. So essentially, what I am trying to convey is here I have created a new field, right?
Okay.
Okay. If I go and open it through traditional process, this new field will not be available. If I open that Excel and drag that into Canvas, apply filter and all, this new field will not be available. So
Why is it?
if I saved it as a data source, so here I am saving it for the data source as a Tableau data source. Okay, I'm replacing it. Okay, then I'm not saving the workbook. See, I did not save the workbook. Now,
Okay.
if I go back, mm, if I use this data source, see, this USA sales field is also available, and this extract also it is referring directly. So it is
Okay.
referring to the .tde file, and as well as there is a data source file created. What did we name it? Extracted data, right? See this one, extracted data as
Okay.
a Tableau data source file under data sources folder.
Okay.
Okay, so it is referring this .tde file in this case.
Okay.
So I don't need to create the TDE file again. I can simply refer it. Okay.
Okay.
So in this case, what it is doing is it is referring the data source as well as it is saving the fields whatever we have created. See,
Okay.
if you go to first one, there is a parameter. Okay, so see, there are a lot of fields created because I
Yes.
used that reference of the data source. It got all the fields I have created, various things, sets, parameters, everything, right? So
Okay.
in real time, we will be dealing with more number of fields, not only the fields which are available in the database. We will be creating more number of fields. All those things we can save into a TDS file, .tds file, Tableau data source file.
Okay.
Okay, so that
Okay.
is the simplest way. Did you get it?
Yes. So we are saving whatever we want, but then when we are changing the name or something in that. Hello.
Yeah, when we change
Hello.
the name of what?
Okay. Yeah, the name of the, like you said, USA sales or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So after changing the name of that field and we are not saving the previous one,
Mm-hmm.
so we are getting the data in that field or no? Like in the new one, we are able to get the US sales or no?
In the new one, yeah, I just referred the same field here. I just created a duplicate of that field and renamed it. That's it. So I
Okay,
can
but
use
in
both.
the initial field, so in the initial one you did not save that. So here we will get the data for the US sales or we won't get the data.
In which one? Initial means.
అంటే ఇది డూప్లికేట్ చేయకముందు ఏదైతే ఫస్ట్ ఇనిషియల్ గా ఒకటి ఉంది కదా,
అవును.
సో ఆ దాంట్లో మీరు సేవ్ చేయలేదు. ఆ దాంట్లో యుఎస్ సేల్స్ అనేది లేదు.
అవును. యా యా ఏది టీడీఎస్ ఫైల్లో. ఎస్.
ఉమ్,
యా ఆ ఫైల్లో ఆ టీడీఎస్ ఫైల్లో లేదు. నేను ఇది ఈ ఫీల్డ్ క్రియేట్ చేసి ఓవర్ రైట్ చేశాను దాన్ని. ఎస్.
ఓవర్రైట్ చేశారు. సో ఇప్పుడు మనకు డేటా డిస్ప్లే అప్పుడు ఈ యుఎస్ సేల్స్ అనేది అనే పర్టికులర్ దాని కాలం డేటా డిస్ప్లే అవుతుందా అవ్వదా?
ఆ ఫీల్డ్ ఉండదు పాత దాంట్లో.
పాత దాంట్లో ఉండదు, ఓకే, ఎందుకంటే సేవ్ చేయలేదు. బట్ కొత్త దాంట్లో దాని డేటా వస్తుందా రాదా అని.
కొత్త దాంట్లో ఉంటుంది ఆప్షన్.
కాలం కనిపిస్తుంది బట్ డేటా వచ్చేస్తుందా?
యా ఇఫ్ ఐ యూజ్ దిస్ ఫీల్డ్ ఇట్ విల్ కమ్ ఆటోమేటికల్లీ.
ఓకే, ఓకే, దట్స్ వాట్ ఐ వాస్ వాంటింగ్.
Okay, if I use this field in the sheet,
Yeah, yeah. If you are using this field in the sheet,
yeah,
then when
we'll
we
get the data.
అంటే the data will be displayed for that or not. That's why I was
Yes, yes.
okay.
Okay.
But this terminology is like a bit confusing for me.
Okay, okay. Yeah, those file types will be little confused. I mean, later on you will get used to it, and that is the basic interview
Yeah.
question. Okay.
Oh, yeah. A bit confusing right now.
I mean, that's not at all a big deal. After a week, it will be you will get used to it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, for first week,
Okay.
that with you may struggle with a bit with the terminology because there will be a lot of new words you have to remember. But
Yeah,
later on,
because for one thing, I'm mistaking it with the other one. So
so
I'm creating a bit of confusion for myself.
yeah, what is the other?
Like if you are saying TDE, data, so TDS, and all these things.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Ultimately, I see a workbook over here. So, which is what అనేది కొంచెం.
So there are different files, right? So this is
Yeah,
data
yeah,
source file, and this is data extract file, which are there in data
yeah.
sources folder. Okay.
Yeah, here I can see the file type extension and I can say that. But normally, if you ask me,
Uh-huh.
I have not much difference in anything.
So
Both
ultimately,
are like some same files
we are
from the
differed
before.
in usage, right?
Yeah,
See, if I go back to this one, so if I open this one, extracted data, I am getting different set of fields, right? So
yes.
where it is, oh, I have to use the other one. So here, so if I use this one, I am getting different set of fields, and I am
Yes.
getting an extracted one. If I don't use that one, it will be different again. See, I will use another data source.
Okay. Yeah.
I have another data source, sample superstore TDS. I'm using this.
Okay.
So now it is using the original data source. It is not using the extract. And there are more fields.
Okay.
See, category share, category
Okay.
sales,
Yes.
average quantity, right? Price, profit ratio. There are more fields here.
Okay.
And
Yes.
there are sets also, parameters also. All these things are not
Okay.
available in the this data source. See,
Okay. Yes.
it is not
Yes.
available. And it is
Okay.
using an extract.
Oh,
So that's how they are differed.
okay.
Ultimately, it is a workbook again. This is a workbook.
Ultimately, yeah, everything looks like
So
a
this
workbook,
workbook
but again,
is referring
it's
to
very. But
other
now,
taking the help of other file types.
okay. So what we need to get in mind when we say TDS is okay, that is some data source that is saved.
Hmm.
What we need to get like TDE, I am seeing, so that's a part of a data source,
Hmm.
not the whole thing. So like
Yeah.
that, I need to get into my
Yeah.
mind whenever I'm saying those words and terminologies.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Everything is
Then
clear now.
there is another thing, packaged data source.
Okay,
Okay. What it means is, see, in this case, it is referring the path of the TDE file. If I save it as data
okay,
source, Tableau data source, and .tds file, it is referring the path of the TDE file.
okay,
This TDE file.
okay.
Sorry, this one. This is TDE file, and this is data source, and this file
Data source.
has the reference for this file.
Yes.
What if this file is deleted or replaced? What
It
happens?
won't have reference but the other one as well.
Yeah, it doesn't work, right?
Yes.
So again, the problem is, I mean, let's say,
It won't be open.
yeah. So in that case, how do we manage? Is we can create, we can combine these two also.
Okay.
We can combine the
So
data
extract.
as well as any fields, new fields created, anything else.
Okay. Okay.
Both the things. So let's say I save a data source and I choose instead of Tableau data source file, if I choose Tableau packaged data source file,
Okay.
then what happens? Extracted data package, save it, then see, this is Tableau packaged data source file, and even if I delete this TDE file, it will still work. And just like packaged workbook,
Yes. It is a workbook with the data source.
yeah, okay. So I mean, the advantage
Yes.
with this, it it holds the data and it holds whatever new fields created, all the data source information also.
Okay. Yeah.
It holds
So it
data source
contains the all
information,
data source information
as well as
and all.
it will hold the data.
Okay.
Tableau data source file will have data source information and it will have reference to the data.
Reference to the data.
Yeah, it will have just reference, whereas it has data also.
Okay. Yeah.
So whenever I am
So the
publishing
data
some,
source has reference.
yeah,
TDS has reference
reference.
and TDS has event data.
Extracted packaged data source has data also.
Even the data.
Yeah,
But the below one has only the reference of that.
yeah. Data source has only reference. Packaged data source has
Yeah.
reference as well as the data.
I'll write that.
Yeah,
I'll write that down.
yeah. Package data source has data as well as the data source information, new fields created, anything like that. and that is also saved in data sources folder,
Yes.
right? In data sources folder, TDSX, TDS, and TDE, all the three are saved. Okay.
Yeah, both are saved in data source. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so that's about various file types and folders.
Okay.
Clear, right?
Yes, clear.
Any more questions?
Nothing.
Okay, so yeah, so you can unpackage the things using Tableau packaged workbook. You can organize bookmarks
Yes.
also. If there are too many bookmarks, you can create a folder just like this.
Yes.
Okay, so here I
Okay.
saved it as the open Tableau. See, there is a folder created now, and at that folder that bookmark is available. So when there are too many bookmarks, you can organize like that.
Okay. So we are creating in the system, so we are getting it here as well.
Yeah, I have created a folder here, right? So that
In
folder
the
is available
in the
this way.
worksheet as well.
Yeah, like this.
Okay. Yeah.
So I am opening that here. That bookmark is available. So that bookmark I can you have this particular worksheet is available in different workbook as well as this workbook also in both the places,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Okay, so that's about files and folders.
Okay.
Okay, and
Yes.
then we will move on to various data types Tableau has supported. Okay,
Yes.
these are basic data types. See, so it is represented like this. So this means, I mean, this globe representation means it is representing a
Yes.
geographical data, city, country, postal code. All these things are representing a geographical data. So uh, it can be represented using map.
Yes.
So that's what it is representing. If you drop this city, a map is enabled, right?
Okay. Yeah.
If you drop something else, region, map is disabled. See, even if I click
Okay.
on
Yeah.
that map, it is not getting it. So like that,
Okay.
it is representing the data type and giving the information that it is supported by maps. And then
Okay.
this is it is representing as ABC, right? So it is a
Okay.
string text type of data.
Yes.
Okay, and it is numerical data,
Numerical. Yeah.
hash. Okay,
Yes.
and then it is calendar, date.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and there will be another data type, date time, that will be having calendar as well as clock. See,
Okay. Yeah.
okay, in our case, in our database, it doesn't have. Okay,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
there is another data type, boolean. If there is a boolean
Okay.
value,
True or
it
false?
will be represented as trf, true or false.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
those are various data types supported in Tableau.
Okay.
Okay, and another thing we have to understand is each field, whether it is a dimension or measure.
Yes.
Okay, so you know what is difference between dimension and measure, right?
Yes.
So by default, all the values which are non-numerical values will be placed in dimension.
But some of the numerical values are also placed like Euro
Yeah,
ID.
yeah, I will tell you. I will come back. All the numerical values will be available in measures, but there are
Yeah.
certain numerical values which are in dimensions. The exception is
Yes.
if it is if the name of the field is ID or key,
Yes.
it means that it is not a measure.
Yes.
It will it will take that naming convention and it will keep it in the dimension.
Yes.
Okay, and if you want, if you feel that is the convention Tableau follows. If you want to move this, you can move this, you can convert this into measure. See, there is no,
Okay.
you can convert this into measure.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
by default, all the these things, non-numerical values will be available in the dimension, numerical values will be available in the measure, but there is an exception. If it is ID or key, it will be placed
Okay.
in dimension, right?
Yes.
And another
Okay.
thing is, if you notice this is in, all these are in blue color.
Okay.
You can notice it much better if I place it on the fields, shelves. See, this is green color, right? And this is
Yes.
blue color.
Blue color. Yes.
So, by quickly looking at it, we can say that blue color is for dimensions and green color is for measures.
Okay.
Okay, but that's not 100% true. That is only
Okay.
I mean that works most of the times, 95% of the times, but that's not always true. Blue color is representing discrete values and green color is representing continuous values. Okay,
What
what?
does that mean?
Yeah, so see, for segments there are headers: consumer, corporate, and home office. All right.
Okay.
So for these values are available in the database, right?
Yes.
So it is displaying them as is. In the case of
Uh,
your sales, see, it is represented as 0k, 50k, 100k, 150k, 200k, 250k. Do we have these values in the database?
no.
No. The value of sales will be something like $10 or $15 or $20 like that.
Yes.
It won't have
Yes.
50k and 200k, 150k.
No. This
So
is some x-axis, y-axis created by.
yeah, it is an axis. So continuous values, for continuous values, axis is created. For
Okay.
discrete values, headers are created.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it makes some sense, right? So
Yes.
continuous values can be can be applied any arithmetic operation. On discrete
Okay.
values, you cannot apply arithmetic operations.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Makes sense.
right? So there are more. Let's say what we'll do is, see, let us take quantity. Quantity by default it is a numeric value, and so it is placed in measures, right? So what if I want to figure out and I want to use it as a discrete value? I want to figure out the sales or orders which are more than 10 quantity, something like
Okay.
that. So I can use, in that case, I can use that measure or that field as a discrete field, right? So
Yes.
I can convert that. See, here it is continuous value. Now I can say discrete value,
Discrete.
or I can, here in this case it is measure, I can convert into dimension.
Okay.
We have option here also, convert to dimension, convert to
Okay.
discrete.
Okay.
Okay. If I use this option, it will be converted permanently. If I use this option, it will be converted temporarily only for this shelf.
Okay.
Okay. So only for this view it is converted. See, I have converted into measure, but still it can be continuous.
Okay.
Now I have converted into discrete, right?
Okay.
I will show you another
Yes.
example also. I am placing this one on the filters, and I am unchecking 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Okay.
So if I uncheck 6, 7, 8, 9, it is hiding all those values, right? 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yes.
right? This is blue in
Yes.
color and it is discrete,
Yes.
right? If I change it to continuous, see what happened.
It is showing even those values that we have filled
Yeah,
in.
it is showing 6, 7, 8, 9 also, but it doesn't have values.
Yes.
Did you notice
So
the difference
discrete
between
has
discrete and,
to.
yeah? Discrete will show
Uh,
you whatever the values are available, exactly it will show them. It won't
yes.
manipulate, it won't do anything extra. Whereas in the case of
Yes.
continuous, it will show you a range of values.
Okay. Yep.
This is also a sequence, right?
Yes.
0k, 50k, 100k sequence, right? This is also a sequence.
Yes.
0,
Sequence.
1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right?
Yes.
So that's how.
Yes.
And this is an axis. These are headers.
Yes.
Headers will have exactly whatever values, and the axis will have the sequence.
Continuous
Yeah,
sequence.
continuous sequence. So continuous will create an axis, discrete will create headers,
Headers. Yes.
right? Headers are on the top,
Yeah.
axis is at the bottom,
Yes.
right? So that is the difference between discrete and continuous.
Yes.
Okay. So if I want to convert this here, I can change however I want, and for next sheet, if I drag it quantity again, it will be continuous only because it is continuous in the data pane. If I convert this into discrete, okay, it will be discrete. Oops. Okay. Did you notice it?
So now did you get? Yeah.
If I,
Because the initial thing was not changed. But whereas
yeah,
we,
it
if
is
we
a measure.
change in the
It
lift
is a
pane,
measure. So it is considered
uh,
measure. So it is, sorry, it it is blue color. I will do it again.
yes.
Once again. See, it is blue in color because it is discrete.
Yes.
And if I say
Yes.
doesn't aggregate it, it will show you all the values, headers.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. If I convert into dimension also, where is it? Quantity. Next time I use it, it will show you all the headers, right? Hello.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that's about
So
different.
right now,
Yeah.
yeah, even in you measure is green and dimension is blue.
No, I mean
So
right now it is
here
like
we
that.
put.
If I can say convert to measure and say convert to discrete. See, it is blue color.
Okay.
Even the measure it is blue color. Color is decided
Okay.
based on continuous and discrete.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So
So
discrete is blue and continuous
continuous is
is
green.
green.
I'm
Yes.
changing it back to continuous.
Okay.
So that's about discrete and continuous. And discrete is represented by blue color, continuous is represented by green color. And
Yes.
discrete will create headers and continuous will create axes.
Axis.
And we can convert the field as discrete or continuous either in data pane or in shelves,
Shelves.
right?
Yeah. But when we do it in data pane, it will
Be
be
permanent.
not reverse.
Yeah, we can
That's
we
not
can revert it
reversible.
again, but that will be carried for all the sheets.
All the sheets. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. And if you save it, if you
Yeah.
save the that is as part of the data source, it will be saved also. Whether it is continuous or discrete or dimension or measure, it will be saved.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Any questions?
No, not as of now.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's about
Okay.
various file types and continuous and discrete various field types. Okay,
Okay.
and dimension and measure also.
Okay.
Okay, for your reference, I will send you this PPT immediately. Okay, so
Yes.
you can
That should.
quickly try to recollect each concept yourself
Yeah.
without looking at
Okay.
Google or something else. Try to
Yes.
recollect it yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll try.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.